Yeah, we are in the place to be.
Hey guys, King Piccolo Z here. Welcome back to another video. Today we will be discussing the highly anticipated Dragon Ball Daima, the newest anime in the Dragon Ball universe. And we're going to be discussing everything that we know as of right now in the first episode and how this was supposed to be what GT was. So guys, before we go any further, please like, please subscribe, please hit that notification bell. That way you'll get notified on all future videos and content. And just want to briefly say I greatly appreciate all the love and support you guys have been showing me on the last stream we got done, and all the followers I've been receiving on Twitter. So also follow me on Twitter too, that way you'll get notifications. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. First off, spoiler alert, there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to discuss that is going to reveal a lot of information, and it's going to cause a lot of spoilers to be revealed. So if you do not want to hear any of these spoilers, I suggest watching it for yourself, going to Crunchyroll, or tune back in when you have watched the first video. The first episode, I should say. So here's everything that we know so far, right? So I made a huge list of everything that we kind of already know by going from the first episode. So at the beginning of the episode, about from the beginning to the very middle, they do a brief synopsis of Goku's legacy, all the way from Dragon Ball all the way to Kid Buu. And so they basically do a rundown of everything that happened prior from Kid Buu to Ball. And I appreciate that because this may be the only time someone might tune in that has not ever seen Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super or GT or any of that. I appreciate that they put that backstory in there, so that way they can recapture an audience that may not be familiar with Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z and maybe tuning in for the first time. So I believe that was a really smart move on their end, and they were thinking in the future about their audience and possibly grabbing a new audience, because let's face it, the people who grew up watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are now my age. They're in their 30s, they're in their 40s, and the newer generation, they're into different animes now than they may not have been way back then, like One Piece or just different ones. So I appreciate him doing that. And also, it is a very original story. So one of the best things I like about this story, where Dragon Ball Daima does even better, is remember when in GT where they have the wishes when Emperor Pilaf gathers the Dragon Balls, and he just randomly shouts out, "I wish you were kids." It was almost like a nonsensical oops moment where the Black Star Shenron Dragon heard the wish and just automatically granted the wish because it was right there. In Daima, there's actually a motive behind the wish and the Dragon Balls. So Supreme King Goma, he actually goes to Shenron and he makes this first wish, right? And he goes to make the wish, and he wishes that Goku and all of his friends turn into children. And so one of the other things that we found out is the second wish is to acquire this evil third eye relic called the Third Eye, the legendary Terrian Oculus. It is actually handed down from Abura, which is Dabura's father. And the Demon King has his own realm. And then so we have this new villain, right? Super Demon King Goma, who is watching. Him and some of his minions are watching a replay of all the past events that happened. Frieza, Cell, you name it. Saiyan Saga, they were all watching the whole time. And so he is the new king of the demon realm, Demon King Goma. And so him and his minions, Dr. Arnisu and Degesu, are apparently the minions that are on Dr. Goma's side. So some things we learned that Supreme Kai has brothers and sisters, and they are in fact Demon King Goma's minions. So Supreme Kai has brothers and sisters that are on the other end of the aisle. So they're on the evil side, I should say. And so one of the other things we learn, or I should say that we re-find out about, because in the trailer it shows that Goku and all his friends get turned into children, right? So in the anime, toward the end, we see that this new Namek that has been introduced, his name is Neva, and he is thousands of years old, apparently thousands of years old, and he is probably never gonna die. And so this old Namek, which is a new character, is probably 100 times more powerful than Kami, because this guy, he takes his powers and he finds the Dragon Balls that were already turned to stone after the wish has been made, and he uses powers to gather them back up. And you know what's really crazy? Like, before I watched this episode, I had the idea that there was a new villain, and that they might have had like a more sophisticated radar than what Bulma had, and that like it was just so advanced that it could find the Dragon Balls no matter where they were and what condition it was in. So that was really cool to kind of think ahead of what was going to happen before the episode came out. And so the other second wish that Demon King Goma has is he wishes to acquire what is called the Evil Third Eye Relic, and it's the legendary Tarian Oculus, handed down from Abura, which is Dabura's father himself. And so the gist is this Oculus eye, if you put it to the forehead of the person, it increases their powers exponentially. And so, being Goku and his his friends and family being kids, I can imagine how much more of a difficulty this will be if he does succeed. Which, at the end of the episode, you only see him making the one wish, right? You only see Supreme Demon King Goma only making the one wish of getting the Dragon Balls, and just making the wish of turning them to children. And so this Namekian Neva, who is thousands of years old, is from the demon realm, and he created a race of beings called the Tamagamis, and they protect the Dragon Balls. And so what we also realize is that the demon realm has its own set of Dragon Balls, and for some reason we don't know why yet, they haven't been used in thousands of years. So they come to Earth. They come to Earth to use the Earth's Dragon Balls to make the wishes for Goma. And so we don't really have a whole lot more information at this time, guys. But one thing I do know is it looks really good. It is really good. I watched the whole episode, and it floods back so much nostalgia for me, because I feel like this is what GT should have been in the very beginning. Which I know, like I said in the previous video the previous part of the video, that Akira Toriyama did not have a hand in making GT, but I feel like this is what it should have been. And I feel like the timetable is right too, because when you go into, this is supposed to be before Super as well, right? This is supposed to be before Super, because if GT was canonical, it would have happened after Super, because Vegeta is really old. Vegeta and Bulma have Ebola, their daughter. Trunks is like in his teenage years. Goten's in his teenage years. Gohan's like middle-aged now in GT. But thankfully GT is not, is not canon, so we can completely, take that away. But I feel also like they did a mix now of mix of bringing together Sandland and Dragon Ball for the first time. So they're introducing a whole brand new realm, the Demon Realm, which is something that the Sandland anime, which was also created by Akira Toriyama, focused his main attention to, is the Demon Realm, where Beelzebub was. So this is a very interesting story, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait until episode 2, 3, and how far this arc goes. And I really hope that they continue to build upon Super. And I hope Dragon Ball's future and Dragon Ball Super's future is bright, and they continue to flesh out Dragon Ball Super's arcs, because I would love to see the Granola arc. I would love to see the Mora arc. I would love to see Black Frieza. That would be so awesome if they brought those arcs to light. And they didn't mention if there was going to be a actual manga for Daima, which I hope there is, because if there is, I'm definitely going to get it, guys. But that's pretty much everything we know so far, guys. So please like this video, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next time. King Piccolo out. Peace.